Nha Trang or Danang. Are you dreaming of living by the beach in Vietnam but stuck choosing between Nha Trang or Danang? By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which city is the better fit. Whether you're moving solo with your family or planning long-term life abroad, stick around because I'll be sharing what most people don't tell you about day-to-day living, especially with your kids in these two cities. Hello, I'm Mai, and I help families and freedom seekers moving abroad and create a life that they love overseas. In today's video, I'm breaking down the honest pros and cons of Nha Trang and Danang through the lens of someone who actually lived in both cities. I started my Vietnam journey when I first got to Vietnam. I was actually in for 6 months, and then I moved to Danang, where I currently live right now. As you can see, I'm at Danang's beach right now. I'm just here with my family, and my girls are playing off over there. But right now, we're gonna cover the cost of living, apartment availability, community, lifestyle, expat and family friendliness, and what nobody talks about when it comes to raising kids in these two cities. Let's jump in. Let's start with Nha Trang. This place is stunning. Our oceanfront condo had a $1 million view, sunrise over the seas, the sound of the waves, the fresh air, and the calm vibes. It truly felt like paradise there. I remember waking up early every day with the sounds of the waves. It was just so beautiful, and I woke up to it. It was like my alarm. It was just so magical. But there's a catch. Nha Trang has a retirement feel to it. It's a slower pace of life, which sounds great until you're trying to keep kids engaged or build a community. There are some international schools, but not so many. My kids went half days there, and honestly, there wasn't much else for them to do. I often found myself wishing for more family-friendly activities and events geared towards younger kids or families looking to connect in Nha Trang. If you're not right in the busy city center, you can enjoy pockets of tranquility. But if you choose a central location for convenience, be prepared for constant noise and crowds. And it's chaotic at times, especially for families with young kids. Additionally, the condo we lived in was breathtaking for the short stay, but over time, the limited apartments and homes availability was really hard, and fewer modern conveniences became a challenge when you're considering long-term relocation. Life in Danang. Let's talk Danang. This is where we live now, in a house, and the difference is huge. Danang is more dynamic. There's more variety in housing, ranging from modern beachfront apartments to quiet suburban family homes. This variety really allows us to choose a living situation that works perfectly for our lifestyle. When we moved here, I was pleasantly surprised by the level of comfort, privacy, and the room for the kids to play in a secure environment. There is also a growing expat and entrepreneurial scene that makes you feel like you're not alone in this journey. I met fellow digital nomads, attending networking events, and discovered local groups that share similar interests in lifestyle design and working remotely. The community here is vibrant, and that's a huge plus when you're building a new life in a foreign country. The international school options here are so much broader. We found several programs with flexibility programs that cater well to expat families, and there are also homeschool groups and play-based learning programs that give our kids more variety and engaging experience, something that was almost missing in Nha Trang. Now, we still need to cover weather, affordability, beach vibes, food, and safety in both cities. But before we dive into them, if you're gonna move abroad or just dreaming about it, hit that subscribe button for weekly inspiration. And don't forget to join my free community, the Abundant Aesthetic Living Collective, your go-to space for expat living tips, relocation guides, and real-life stories to help you build a bold life abroad. Weather and climate. Here's something you might not expect, but Nha Trang has better weather all year round. It's further south, so it's more stable, less rain, fewer typhoons, and warmer winters overall. I remember that during our time in Nha Trang, even in the rainy seasons, it only rained hard for about a week straight. After that, the showers came only once in a while, keeping the environment cool yet still comfortably warm. Danang, by contrast, can get surprisingly cold and wet, especially during the rainy season. There are times when the skies turned a deep gray and it feels like the whole city is in a downpour. If you're planning to stay long-term, those seasonal shifts can influence your daily routine, even your energy level. However, I did learn to plan ahead, investing in quality raincoats and waterproof boots, and sometimes even adjusting our outdoor schedules when the forecast was calling for heavy rains. So during that time when we were homeschooling, we did do a lot of homeschooling at home. However, if it was okay to just go out for a little bit, we would just grab to a cafe and meet up with some homeschool friends and do some schoolwork at the cafe. Beach and environment. So both cities have gorgeous beaches, but they're different in personality. Nha Trang beaches are undeniably beautiful and very Instagram perfect. There's something about the picture perfect sunsets that make it a magnet for tourists. However, the water does get murky after the rain. It gets like a brown color, and sometimes the cleanliness isn't as consistent as you'll hope if you're looking for a daily beach experience. Danang's beach, on the other hand, is more spacious and generally cleaner, making it ideal for surfing, beach workouts, and outdoor activities. If you're into an active lifestyle, rather it's ice baths after the workout, yoga, or even beach volleyball, Danang definitely has more to offer. I also appreciate that the beach culture in Danang attracts a more diverse crowd, which adds a layer of excitement and opportunity for networking that you just don't get in a quieter, more retiree-focused scene like Nha Trang. Cost of living. In terms of affordability, Nha Trang wins. Hands down. Rent is lower, local food is super affordable, and even the prices at Western-style restaurants tend to be less expensive. For someone starting out or looking for a cost-effective option, Nha Trang can be very appealing. But what about convenience and lifestyle? Here's the trade-off. Less variety, fewer modern conveniences. Over time, the limited options in shopping and healthcare and entertainment started to show. Danang costs more, especially if you choose to live near the beach, but you get newer infrastructure, better healthcare facilities, more advanced delivery options, and overall easier access to the things that make day-to-day life smooth. It's a classic case of paying a bit more for peace of mind and quality of living. When we compare monthly expenses, I realized that while my bills were higher in Danang, the extra investment was worth it for the improved lifestyle and the vibrant community. So for example, when we lived in Nha Trang, we splurged a bit and stayed in a luxury oceanfront condo. We were paying about 21 million VND, which is roughly 840 USD per month. But here's the thing, you don't have to spend that much. We were living in one of the top tier properties, and honestly, there are plenty solid apartments and condos available for 13 million VND or less, which is around 520 USD, and still right by the beach with great views. In Danang, it's a different story. If you're looking at a similar 2-bedroom luxury condo near the beach, you're easily going to pay about 30 million D and up, which is about 1,200 USD per month. So yes, Danang is definitely more expensive, especially in the beachfront neighborhoods, but again, you're also paying for better infrastructure, schools, a bigger expat community, and more Western-style community and daily life. This one was big for us. Nha Trang felt a little isolated, especially for families or anyone looking to build lasting relationships. In this retirement-style town, you quickly notice that most of the local community isn't geared towards active engagement or networking. In Danang, however, we found communities almost immediately. I remember when I first came back from Canada, I made it a thing to find a community and connect with homeschoolers and also content creators. After that, there was an instant sense of belonging. I even began hosting a monthly content creator meetup and running a homeschool club, something I had dreamed of but wouldn't have been feasible in Nha Trang. Being surrounded by people who share your lifestyle goals can make all the difference settling into a new country. This community aspect is invaluable if you're relocating with kids and starting a new business abroad, as it eases the transition and provides support when you need it most. Food, schools, and access. Food is a big part of everyday life. Both cities serve incredible Vietnamese cuisine, fresh and bursting with flavor. But if you're craving the international variety, Danang wins again. From vegan cafes to sushi bars and trendy brunch spots, there's just more choices here. I remember trying the fusion restaurant in Danang that combines Vietnamese flavors and Western dishes. It was just an amazing experience that you rarely find in Nha Trang. But don't get me wrong, in Nha Trang, we had one of our most favorite Vietnamese food restaurants there. I actually miss some of the food. There was a Thai restaurant called Sam Lor and another restaurant that sold congee every morning. They only worked for the morning. It was so delicious, and I want to go back to Nha Trang just to eat those food because it's that good. So when it comes to schools, Nha Trang does have international options, but they're very limited. In Danang, I discovered a range of schooling options, including full-day international schools and flexible homeschooling networks that are truly tailored to expat families. Accessibility is another plus for Danang. The international airport is only 15 minutes away from the beach and downtown, making travel a breeze. In contrast, Nha Trang's airport is further away, more domestic routes, which can be a hassle if you're flying regularly internationally. Here's the real talk. If you're looking for a peaceful, affordable beach life and you don't need a lot of stimulation or community, Nha Trang could be your dream destination. It offers breathtaking views, a slower pace that's perfect if you're nearing retirement or want to escape the hustle. But if you're relocating with kids, running a business, or craving a more connected, active expat lifestyle, Danang is where it's at. For us, the opportunity to integrate into a thriving community, access better schools, and enjoy a wide range of amenities made all the difference. I learned from experience that while every city has its pros and cons, the decision really comes down to your lifestyle needs and priorities. So that's it for today's video. If this helped you, be sure to check out my next one where I share how to move abroad and build an online income to support your freedom lifestyle. Let's grow, glow, and flourish together. And don't forget to join my free community, the Abundant Aesthetic Living Collective. I'll love to see you inside. I just recorded one video, baby.
Wasn't that fun?
Hi, babies.
Wasn't it?
Wait,
I love the last one.
I know.
That was so cool, huh?